What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JP's on the keys, and there's two keys in the back of the video today. I figured I'd do something different. We're going to talk about the ocean, how the ocean is way deeper than you think. This is the same channel we did the how the universe is bigger than you think, and I kind of went on that rant about Christopher Columbus. When I look back, I'm like, I probably shouldn't have done that, but it was whatever. But the ocean, the crazy thing is that man has inhabited almost every usable piece of land on Earth, but yet we've only discovered like 2% of our oceans, because we still haven't developed technology even strong enough to withstand the immense amount of water pressure that goes under, that is exhibited like the further you go down, because there's no submarine that can withstand the amount of pressure. Just imagine the undiscovered creatures that are laying miles deep in the ocean. Just imagine that. It's probably like a three-eyed fish, or like a fish that literally glows in the dark, or a fish that just like, I don't even know. Or it's like a whale that's like bigger than the blue whale. Like just think about the amount of possibilities that are in the ocean. You feel what I'm saying? But let's just get to it. Before we even start, leave a like on the video and hit that subscribe button if you're new. Thank you.
Deeper in fact than most of us realize. If you were to shave off all of the land from the tops of every continent and island in the world and fill up the ocean's deepest points with that land, then the entire Earth would be covered in an ocean 2 miles deep. 3/4 of our planet is already covered in water though, and it goes a lot deeper than just 2 miles. Let's start with a sense of scale. This dot right here is the size of an average human, this slightly larger dot is the size of an elephant, and this is the size of the largest ship ever built, the Knock Nevis. With that in mind, let's start going underwater and see what we find out. The first milestone is at 40 meters below the surface, which is the maximum depth allowed for recreational scuba diving. A little further down at 93 meters is where the wreck of the Lusitania was discovered, which is interesting because the Lusitania itself is 240 meters long, which means that it sank in water shallower than it is long, so if the ship was standing on its stern or bow, it would be sticking out of the water. Just slightly deeper than that, at 100 meters, is where diving can become seriously fatal if you're not careful because of decompression sickness. But that didn't stop a man named Herbert Nitsch to accomplish the free diving world record at a depth of 214 meters. This guy swam down to this level with just one single breath. But a little further down...
How? How do you do... That man's literally a guide. How do you, on one breath? Imagine the amount of cardiovascular training, though. Oh my goodness, one breath. I know he had to feel that pressure, but that's ridiculous. 240.
At 332 meters, we have the scuba diving world record, which was accomplished by another man named Ahmed Gabir. If he had swam down another 111 meters, then he would have reached the height of the Empire State Building if it was submerged underwater. And a little further than that, at 500 meters below the surface, we arrive at the maximum dive depth of blue whales, the largest creatures on the planet and also the limit of the US Seawolf-class nuclear submarine. At 535 meters, we can witness the maximum dive depth of emperor penguins, and this is when we must bring up the intensity of water pressure. At this level below the surface, the water pressure exerted on a person, or the penguins, would be roughly equivalent to a polar bear standing on a quarter. So further down the depths, at 830 meters, would be the height of the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, the tallest building in the world. Once we hit 1,000 meters below the surface, we begin to enter the scary zone. Light from the surface can no longer reach beyond this point, so the rest of the ocean below is shrouded in permanent darkness. On top of that, the water pressure you would experience at this point would be about the same as if you were standing on the surface of the planet Venus, meaning that you would die very quickly. You would also meet the giant squid at this sea level if the water pressure didn't already kill you. At 1,280 meters, we reach the maximum depth dived to by the leatherback sea turtle, and further down at 1,828 meters, we would reach the deepest part of the Grand Canyon were it to be underwater with us.
Wow. I'm just thinking in perspective, like how far down that is. Hold on. I don't know how many, we gonna do some quick math. So I looked, okay, a mile is about is a little bit over 1,600 meters. And think about it, this is all within a mile deep. This is all within a mile. Like this is just barely outside of 1 mile deep. And I saw something about the leatherback turtles. That's wild how the turtles have been here since literally the dinosaurs. And they've been millions and hundreds of millions of years old. And one wild thing, how do we even know how dinosaurs sounded like? See, how do we know? How could you get random sounds? Like, who was back there to even tell people how a dinosaur sounded? Or even how a dinosaur really, really looked? Do we know? Do we know for sure how they looked? I mean, obviously we have fossils, but can you really I mean, yeah, I would assume they have full skeletons, but it's like, how do they sound though? How did somebody get how could somebody record a dinosaur roar? You feel what I'm saying? How? That's my question. How did you know?
Down at 2,000 meters, we start to encounter some of the more terrifying sea creatures, like the ominously named black dragonfish, a carnivorous beast with a stomach that doesn't allow light to be emitted through it. Meaning that since we're in total darkness underwater at this point, the only way you would ever see this thing is with a flashlight. A little further down.
Oh, that looks scary.
Down at 2,250 meters, we would reach the maximum depth dived to by both sperm whales and the very frightening colossal squid. Sperm whales often have sucker marks and scars left on their bodies from battles with the colossal squid that likely take place at these incredible depths. The squids themselves can grow to be 14 meters long and weigh up to 750 kilograms with eyes the size of a dinner plate and razor-sharp sickles in the middle of their tentacles. So yeah, good luck with that down there. Way further down at 3,800 meters, we can find the wreck of the RMS Titanic. And a bit past that, at 4,000 meters, we start to enter the Abyssal Zone of the ocean. Water pressure is at an astonishing 11,000 pounds per square inch down here, and there are numerous strange, almost alien-like creatures that inhabit these depths, such as the fangtooth, anglerfish, and viperfish. Down at 4,000...
Yo, look how scary all those fish look. Those fish are like little like monsters. Like, they all got sharp freaking teeth, just piercing eyes. Like, bro, we haven't even discovered a tenth of what's in the ocean. And that's the scary part. We don't even really know what's in the ocean. We don't.
267 meters is the average depth of the ocean where you would normally expect to hit the floor, but there are parts of the ocean that go significantly deeper than even this. At 4,791 meters rests the wreckage of the battleship Bismarck sunk during World War II, and way down at 6,000 meters is the beginning of the Hadal Zone, named after the underworld Hades itself. The water pressure down at these depths can become 1,100 times what you would experience way back on top at the surface, which is roughly equal to an elephant balancing on a postage stamp or a single person carrying the weight of 50 Boeing 747 jumbo jets. Down at these depths, you would be crushed immediately without any outside protection, but life still exists down here in various strange forms. At 6,500 meters, we reach the maximum depth that the DSV Alvin can dive to, a popular research submarine that helped to discover the Titanic.
And think about it, this is literally 1,600. This is literally only 4 miles down. This is 4 miles. This is only 4 miles down, though. This is deep, but it's not like astronomically deep. It's 4 miles. Just think about this. Like, humans haven't even developed technology to go all the way down here yet. That's the crazy part.
Way further down at 8,848 meters below the surface, and we have arrived at the height of Mount Everest, where to be upside down and placed underwater. And then way further past even that, at 10,898 meters, we arrive at the depth reached by James Cameron in 2012 during the Deep Sea Challenger mission. The deepest point in the ocean yet reached by humans was back in 1960, though, when 2 men named Don Walsh and Jacques Piccard reached a depth of 10,916 meters using their Trieste submarine. submarine. It took them 5 hours to descend through the ocean to this depth, and they only stayed for 20 minutes before a window cracked and they began to resurface.
Oh, yeah. That would be a big get up. Yeah.
Just a bit further down from there at 10,972 meters, and we reach the average flight altitude of a commercial airliner. So if you've ever looked...
So this is 1,600. We're gonna do some quick. I got my calculator. Yes, I do. I got my calculator. Yes, we are. Leave me alone. This is almost 7 miles in the air. This is what a normal plane does. And the thing is, that all that the zone that humans could reach was not even a mile. Was literally like 3/4 of a mile, and you can't even go down there without like special protection or like some big freaking submarine. Just think about how amazing that is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would definitely invest in technology to go down as far as we could, just because I'm curious. You know what I'm saying?
Out of a window while on a flight and looked down to the ground, that's a very good sense of how incredibly deep down into the abyss that we are currently at. Finally, when we hit 10,994 meters, we have hit the bottom of the known ocean called the Challenger Deep, right here on this map just about 300 kilometers southwest of Guam Island. However, it is believed that there are almost certainly even deeper parts of the ocean than this that just haven't been discovered yet. It wasn't until 1997, after all, that the Sirena Deep was discovered with a depth of 10,732 meters, making it the second deepest known point in the ocean. It is estimated that only about 5% of the ocean's floor has been accurately mapped,
5%.
Leaving the other 95% to be currently a mystery. It may be only a matter of time before an even deeper part of our ocean is found, and who knows what we may discover there. So thank you for taking...
And you know it's crazy, and you know humans, I know humans are mad that they haven't discovered something yet. Oh my God, we haven't explored it yet. We need to find it. We need to explore it. We've only discovered 5% of the ocean, yet the ocean covers 75% of the earth. That's, that's crazy. That's freaking crazy, bro. Just think about how much just wildlife, how many, it might be some type of mineral that could be a cure to some disease down there. It could be reserves of something. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's freaking crazy, bro. That's freaking crazy. But yeah, definitely. Let me know if you want more of these type of videos, like nature based, like in like videos like this. But definitely thank you again for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Also, don't forget to turn on my post notifications if you haven't already. Also, just have a great day. Stay on the grind, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.